Alrighty, we got a portal to hell, and this portal takes us to the most recently developed and released challenge, quote-unquote challenge event. And today's challenge is actually the exact same fight as the Rodea event 2 months ago, where you fought for your little pet, Andorra. And don't worry about these guys down here, the buff. We're doing this free to play, so we are going to be doing it in 3.5 minutes. Just for the sake of time, I will not be increasing the health to 175%. I will be only doing it 25% because I don't think you want to see me fight this for like 6 minutes. I don't suggest using these unless if you want to super flex it and have this challenge enabled along with all your food. So be aware of using this because it actually takes a lot more health than you think it does, because it only activates every 8 seconds, but I only say only because if it was every second, I'd probably die. Character increase by 15%. If you take damage, you will lose this bonus and their attack is decreased. Just bring Noelle, and if anything, it doesn't really matter because we're doing some extra pyro damage anyway. But of course, if you do want this taken out, you can still have a reasonable amount of points. I decided to choose it because why not? Oceanid itself, I will have the hardest difficulty, 100 points, more bubbles, unleashes more attacks, because these aren't really threats, to be quite honest. If you place yourself correctly and use your shield units properly, you can just run around, if not glide over them. Cryo resistance increased by 50%. You're not going to be using cryo. If you want to use Kaya, that's fine. Usually you freeze them and do the damage that way, but Ganyu mains are crying right now, and I love it. Let me drink your tears. Anemo resistance, we're not using Anemo this fight, so it's just free points. Opponent's attack increased by 20%. Yes, let's have it because don't get hit. Shield strength decreased by 50%. You won't be getting hit that much. It's mostly to prevent getting damage from the whirlpools and the little crabs that run around trying to spray you with a water gun. Switching characters increases damage increased. It's not a big deal. Create 2 additional torrents, just more of those swirly pools on the floor. Avoid damage, fitful rapids. It's just, you kind of have to make sure that you only have one proper water elevator, and that's fine. Just make sure that you're sort of near the middle of the arena while she is doing that kind of stuff. And Hydro Mimics will be raptors and ferrets only. Those are the most, this is the most annoying part of this challenge, but you can totally take this away and it'll be fine. I hate the raptors and ferrets, and that's exactly why I'm putting them in this challenge, because fuck them. So, we have Traveler, Amber, Noelle, and Lisa. The only person that isn't really built is Lisa, but she is there with a 4-piece instructor to help me out. So, let's just start the challenge and stop babbling. As you have noticed down here, I don't have any status upgrades, so you might want to eat your food, because of course you can eat food with this event. I bring along my Delace's Jade parcels. You have Of the Temptation to be pretty useful, and alternatively you can use Once Upon a Time in Mondstadt and or No Tomorrow if you have the characters, because it increases crit damage, which is very nice. You also have Delicious Moon Pie, which I actually need because it increases shield strength, because that took away the shield strength, so I'll be eating that. Let me eat the Jade parcels, and I'll also give myself a Pyro increasing damage potion because I will be using Amber for the majority of this fight. So, the fight in and of itself, actually, you can also eat a status improvement sort of stamina thing, I guess. Let me just eat that real quick. Just eat one of these. Gliding and stamina consumption, just eat one of those. Alright, so let's begin the fight. So the first thing you want to do when Rodea comes up, wait for her to settle in.
Assassin from our homeland,
do a little monologue
or
and
a
shoot her in the head.
fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chinza.
Can't do any more damage to her because I have depleted 20% of her HP. So here, I just want to awake everyone. Alright, come around.
In the image of the wilderness.
Come here, come here.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Alright,
Let's spark things up a little.
No one escapes my sights. Yay!
and this is what the burst charge up in the beginning is for, because if you don't have it, good luck. That should be pretty simple. Just bring Amber, finish this person off, drop a rock, and Rodea should pop up and keep shooting ahead. Boom. One more time.
I'll race you there.
And she'll do this 3 times, if not more, but you should be fine.
Let the torrent
So once she does this,
Someone needs assistance.
activate your shield, and it'll always spawn on the opposite side of her, so just bring Amber out, get the elevator on, and start shooting her in the head some more. Alright, so I'm gonna start using Noelle's thing here to activate a shield, but stay in the middle and look for that elevator. Should be fine. Shoot her in the head some more.
Let the torrent surge.
Yeah, shut up. Goodbye. Just to mention how I build my characters, here we have Traveler at 80-80, Amber at 80-80, Noelle at 80-80, and Lisa at 70-70. For weapons, Festering Desire, of course, it's just to drop more rocks. Extra crit damage from the Sharpshooter's Oath. I have built Amber pretty damn well, except for her crit damage hat, but she is rocking 236.5 crit damage at the moment. Yeah. We have Wanderer's Troop, of course. Retracing Bolide on Noelle, along with a White Blind for the extra defense scaling. Mop a Mare just because it's a free weapon, as is the White Blind. And let's take a look at my talents. 8-8-8, 7-11-11, 8-11-11, and 5-5-6. Constellation for Noelle doesn't really matter because you just want to build her for the shield here, but she does come in handy if you want to generate some extra crystallized shields in case if her shield is on cooldown, which is pretty cool. Lisa is at C2. I'm using her because she takes care of the sparrows pretty easily, but in terms of that, I don't think it really matters that much, considering I barely use this, and I barely use this as well. So the only thing that you really need is this. However, defense decreased by 15%, but even then, Electro works really well on these ocean mimics. But yeah, that's kind of how I build people. Hope you have fun. Of course, your Amber probably won't be doing this much damage because I have been farming her for a long time, but I think anything with Crimson Witch will probably help a lot because most people will build Pyro characters with 4-piece Crimson Witch. You can also use 2-piece Crimson Witch, 2-piece Gladiator. Honestly, Amber is pretty much the staple for that fight as she was before in the previous event, and it really isn't that difficult. The only thing that I find annoying about the fight, just like the regular Oceanid fight, is that it's almost impossible to do hitless because you'll probably always catch a stray bubble or a stray sort of attack somewhere if something spawns underneath you. But in terms of just fighting this guy, or girl rather, sorry, I want to be inclusive, XD, it's not that hard. I actually prefer this fight over the standard Oceanid fight because you can actually do damage to Rodea herself rather than killing all the mimics that take forever to kill. So, anyway, that's it for this guide. At the end of this, I will be including my whale, quote-unquote, gameplay, where I have 5,400 points at the end of it. But yeah, I hope this guide was helpful, because it really was no different from the previous guide, just, I suppose, a little bit more modified and a little more dangerous. So, I'll leave you to it.
What's our objective?
Shouldn't be too bad.
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chainsaw.
I will have order.
In the image of the wilderness.
Burn!
No escape!
Read as a good knight should.
Solidify!
Get him! Bet you can't keep...
Solidify! Order guide you! Ah! Ah!
Let it rain!
Ah! Solidify! Stabilize! Time for retribution! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Verge of vengeance.
Gather! I will have order! Ah! Ah!
I must leave no...
Get him!
River carving rapids. Let the torrent surge forth.